Okie dokie. I will wait for people to come in, but I am live at the time of this taping. Hope everybody's having a very pleasant afternoon. At least it's afternoon here. Gonna try to get this tablet on here. As you can see, this is a 10 by 15 inch foam board with a roll canvas glued to it. All right, and I'm just going to paint a little fun painting today. And if you notice the title, it says Cliffside Mist, and that's just what we're going to do as soon as I turn the volume down. All right. So I'm just getting everything started here, and I'll get right on with it. Oh, nice. All right, let's get the live chat up. All right, everything seems to be a-okay. Maybe you will not see the marked kind of a guide to the painting. It's just some cliffs. It'll be a waterfall in there, some water down here, some rocks. And so like I said, we'll just have a good time. Nice relaxing time doing this painting here. All right, so make sure I got everything on. I believe I got everything on here. Yeah, you guys should be able to hear me. Hey, what's going on, CLIFFSIDE? Yes, thank you. Hey, as long as she's working, it's all good in the hood. I'll straighten up my microphone here. I know I got some extra added unwanted weight to it. A little late for that now. I'm not gonna deal with it. It's all right, I don't plan on moving too much. Okay, we're gonna get right on to the festivities. It's good to see you, CLIFFSIDE. All right, 10 by 15 inch board. Don't know how much glycerin I'll be using, but I am going to we'll do some different type of clouds for this one. The clouds aren't too big. I'm gonna just use a little misty water. That's about it for this. Okay, and yeah, we'll just use water and see how that turns out. I'm gonna go get, well, let's use a different brush. Let's use a different brush for right now. I'm gonna go into a little bit of blue. All right, I'll put it down here. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, it's too far away to see the blending. So let's back it up a little bit and let's aim the camera upward. Whoops, like that. That should work for you guys. Let's see. Yeah, you guys will be able to see it. Okay. And I'm gonna get a little bit of umber. The colors I have is cad red, dark blue, sap green, and burnt umber and titanium white. That's all I'm using for right now anyway. All right, blue and green, blue and the umber will make a nice type of gray. I might need a little bit more than this, but we'll see as we go on. Gotta use some more water though. I got a light mist. I got it on really light mist for water today. Okay, and we're just gonna kind of pop it right in there, just like this. So the paint's got to be relatively wet. I'll just do it like that right now. Actually, I'm doing this backwards. I should have colored in the sky a little more than just that gray, but we'll work with it. I guess my mind was on other things. And then I'll just get a little bit of blue, a little touch of white in that blue, a little more white. We're just gonna tint the white really. And as long as it's like pretty damp, I'm gonna just kind of make a roll like this. We'll just roll it. just like that. Nice roll right there. I'm gonna roll some of that darkness up into the what will be a cloud, but I'm gonna just roll it. Then as I come forward, I'll straighten it out like this a little bit, and we'll just roll it on the other side, just like that. Just consistently roll the color. Get straight in the middle and just roll it again. So I'll be doing a little bit of this to get that nice kind of circular motion to the cloud, to get a little more brown, a little more blue. I will probably use this a little bit of white to grade up a little bit. Hello Madonna, how are you? And once again, I'll just take this color and kind of put it right up in there like this. I'll fade it out a little bit like that. And I'll take some of that color and just blend it up into the cloud a little bit. Just like that. I'm not using any glycerin. This is pretty much water right now. So there'll be a few layers of me going back and forth with this till I get it to what I'm looking for. And I do want it to be a circular type of cloud. I'll circle it around in here. And we're gonna keep playing with this until I get the gradation I'm looking for. So it's just gonna be a lot of back and forth for this guy until I'm happy with it. So you'll see a cloud bottom on this guy. And I'll be going back and forth with the brown and the blue mix. So it's basically me going back and forth, back and forth. A lot of back and forth, a lot of blending. A lot of blending. So I hope everybody's doing all right. Hello, Maria. TikTok, yeah. I don't think I'll be doing that platform there. But it's popular. It's the flavor of the season, I guess. TikTok. Definitely a young person's thing. And it's all good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I say, I'm not using any glycerin. This will just be all, probably mostly water. Gives a nice smooth blend. And I'm just going back and forth. Still continuing with the circular strokes. It's flat down here. And we'll build up our darkness on the bottom there. And when I need to wet it a little more, I just give a quick mist, just like that. I don't have to saturate the paper and kill it, or not paper, it's canvas. So it's just me doing a little playing around today. A lot of people really like the eagle, and I'm glad, I'm happy for that. Do you know one person? It was probably more racially motivated than anything else, because I'd never done anything to the guy. But he had to take the time out to write. He liked the painting, but my title was stupid. Now, couldn't he just kept that to himself? Did he really have to go there with that? I don't think he had to. Like I say, I think it's more racially motivated silliness, stupidity, than anything else. But that's what I deal with. That is what I deal with. How you doing, Oswina? It's good to see you, dear. It is always a pleasure to see you. Hope you're doing okay. I'm on because I'm pretty much caught up on things, and it's a different take on a cloud. I'm just kind of getting that circular thing happening there with it, and giving it a bottom there. It's darker in here, and I will continue with this stroke. I won't go straight. It'd be a nice circular curved thing. You see there's a bottom there to it. I'm not using total white. The white has been tinted with a blue. I am going about it a little backwards because I was supposed to make this a lighter blue, and I wasn't thinking when I did it. I was just lost in my thoughts getting this stuff set up. So, but that's what's going on. I got a little Mr. water bottle here. That's all I'm using. A little mist bottle. Okay. Yeah, even got the paper plate out today. I'll just lightly color this. So this is almost more of a traditional painting type of deal today. Just like that. I'll fade the rest. It doesn't matter if it gets a little gray down there. It's all right. Now with water in acrylic paint, one, you have to work a little briskly while the paint's still wet and maneuverable, because this is water. It's not any type of medium, just water. All right. But when it dries, you'll hardly see. Hello, Inspired by Babies. How are you? No problem. No problem. Somebody else inquired about the painting too last night. So there we go. And then we'll just gently with that edge there, work that edge. So we're gonna go in a circular motion. I'll just keep going in the circles. It's all right. You get center circles right here, go straight, and then the rest curve, just like that. Just keep in that circular motion. I'm pretty sure you guys can see this all right too, because let's do some nice little X strokes. And yes, I'm using a slightly smaller brush today. It's just conducive to the size of the painting. That's all. All right, as I just did that one, and I'm just checking it out. I'm looking on the monitor over there, and that's pretty cool because, like I said, I already know what's going where. So we're gonna do a smaller one of these, and we're gonna get some more. I'll use the titanium white, put it right on top of this blue I have here. I'm just tinting the white. I don't want it totally white. The total white. Hello, J. Marie, how are you? Yeah, I understand. Jen. Bells. Jenny Bells. Bells Jen. Belgian. No, I understand. No problemo. I'll make this one a little larger. That's like that. And then I'll come around on the other side like that. Just like that. And I'll make this one. Just have it go around. Still circular motion. I'll kind of fade that one. Will blend into the darkness. I'll just take that dark stuff. We'll kind of pop that in there. I'm just going to wipe off the brush. Actually, I clean off the brush. Get some more. Now I'm very sparse getting the brown and the blue together, because once again, it's all about values. And I'm just using a lot of water, no glycerin or anything like that. I'll just kind of darken this spot here. And once again, I'm bringing that dark into the cloud, okay? And you work it in stages, okay? That's all I'm doing, just circular motions. keep working at it. It'll smooth itself out and all of that. So I kind of know what's going on. Don't worry about all of this. This will be all kind of darkened all in here. So you're just kind of building the darkness in there. And I'm shaping up the cloud a little more. So you're kind of going back and forth, back and forth. Get some more brown, get some more blue. And I would rather do it this way, okay? Because one, I don't waste too much paint, and you know, once again, I'm just building up. Just like that. Vary your hand pressure from time to time. Lighten it up. Darken that. I can go in reverse. How you doing, Chrissy? Yes, we were definitely chatting earlier, trying to help old Bruce out, but Bruce was giving us the deaf ear. It's fine. We know he's prone to those. Bruce was really getting into that Scooby-Doo thing there. He's got your van world traveling, Chrissy. Fade it out a little bit, just like that. Hey Jay, hello Aurora, how are you? I'm just building up the highlights. I'll fade them in there. Keep it curved. Keep it curved. No glycerin, just water and paint today. Water and paint. Ugh, I got my phone. Darn it. That's all right. It's acrylic, it wipes off. No fear. No fear. If you have any questions, any comments, put them in there. Put them in there. I should be able to see them. Dipping my brush into a little bit of water, just loosen up some of this paint here. And once again, we're going to go underneath. Flatten some of that out, blend some of that, bring some of that back. A lot of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm not concerned about all of this. That can be wiped away. I'm not worried about any of that. Smooth that out a little bit. I'm just taking water and just blending it softly. Very lightly, kind of fade that in. Very lightly. Really want to maintain the shape of its roundness there. This guy is slightly in front, so I'll brighten that part up right here. Okay, wipe off my brush and we'll just kind of soften that edge and we'll blend that out a little bit. Okay. A little more brown, a little more blue, which makes a great cloud shadow cover. Color. Color. Right down here, just get it pretty deep here. And I'll just take it and kind of wisp it up into the just like that there. Like I say, I'm not really worried about what's going on down here because I can darken it up, lighten it up, whatever I want. So we all get to that weird stage in it. A little fading there. And with the water, once it dries, so. You can always blend it. And you can bring the brightness back. So everything's gradual. And I tend to use the same brush a lot. Lighten that up there. Do I have a favorite brush? Yeah, I do. This beat down ugly thing. But as far as a favorite brush particularly to use, yeah, I like flat brushes. And then fan brushes are next. Then the filbert. We'll kind of strengthen up this a little bit. Like that. And we'll wear some of that away very softly. Just wear it away, smooth it out. Still keeping with that curve, that turn there. Alrighty. Let's get a little bit of white only on the corner of the brush here. We'll kind of just like that, fade it out there, run that around like that. Blend it right into that darkness there. It'll all make a little bit of sense a little bit later on there. I promise it will. A little bit of the corner of the brush. We'll pop in some kind of roundish highlights there, like this. Just kind of pat it in there. More toward the top than anything, but I'll still kind of keep it rather curved. Come right up above there. We'll do another one. Right about here. Keep the brightness there. I'm just wiping off the brush. And I'll just kind of pat that away. blend some of that in there. Filbert flat and dagger. Okay. I'm going to get a smaller brush. It's smaller in width. It still seems like it got about the same amount of hairs there. But that's all good. Right up in here. Right up here, brighten it up a little bit. Right up in here. And we'll just pat it away there. And we'll kind of tap in another one right in there. Still keeping that funky curve there. Keep the curve going. I'm just wiping the brush off. I'll just scumble this in there. We'll do the same thing with the one in the front also. Kind of brighten it up around in here. And kind of get one going right here. Keeping with the roundness there. Wipe off the paint and I'll just destroy the back edge there. Just like that. Let's get a little bit more on that top up there, right up in here. Yeah. Just like so. Wipe off the brush. Get rid of that bottom edge a little bit. So it kind of helps you navigate where the sun is hitting here. Okay. So you just build layers and layers and layers and layers. And just scumbling some stuff there. All right. Now watch what happens. Hello, Jessica. Hey, Sandy. How are you, dear? How are you? You definitely are the chosen one, Sandy. Definitely the chosen one. Let's mess around with some of this dark since I'm around there. We're gonna do the same thing, same premise, same technique. Okay. Little brown, little bit of blue, maybe a slight touch of white. Yeah, a little touch of white there. And I will once again just mist my rub it in there. Just mist it a little bit. Okay. Okay, no glycerin, just water. We'll mist and we'll kind of do the same thing but around in here. Okay. Just around in this area here. We'll pop another one in there too. So we'll kind of get some of that dark going there. So what you did for the light side, you do for the dark side. Just a few bits of shading in there, okay? And just a dab would do you, just like the old hair commercial. I think that might have been an American thing. I don't know if too many people over the pond remember that commercial. I don't think it was shown over there. Just like that. Okay. There we go. So you got that. See how you get the little rounded thing? We're gonna touch that up a little bit too. We're not gonna leave him by himself. He gets a little bit of love also. Oh, right up around here. You don't have to make it so extreme, just a little gentle touch of dark in there. And just remember the shapes, okay? Circular, rounded shapes. So even with this big old brush, rounded shapes, just like so. Very unusual clouds, but clouds nonetheless. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of water, take a little bit of white, a little more white than that. I'm just tinting the white, a little bit of blue. We'll come in here. Well, my dog is dreaming. I just heard him bark at something, but he's dreaming. He is definitely out cold sleep. Let's get a little bit of blue. I want it brighter. I still got the remaining color on the brush. That's why it's looking kind of grayish. So let's touch that up a little bit more. It's just water and paint. Like I say, when you do it this way with the water and the paint a little bit briskly. Also depends on the temperature of your room, all right? All right, we're pretty good with this. Just like so. All right, how you doing, Lori? It's good to see you. All right, Inspired. Okay, so we got that. It looks almost like a tornado cloud, but that's cool. Brill Cream commercial, yep. Just a dab would do you. Whatever. Let's do the water down below here. And I'm just blocking it in. All right. And once again, I'm gonna take the magic little spray misty bottle and just wet that up a little bit. And then we'll do all our blending and fun stuff a little bit later, right in here. All right. Why am I using water instead of glycerin? Maybe quite a few of you can't get a hold of the glycerin. So can you achieve the paintings that I do by just using paint and water? Yes, you can. The approach is a little different, but you can still do it. And if you notice that I gessoed or pre-painted this canvas gray. All right, why did I do that? Well, gray is a neutral color. It accepts everybody in its happy little family. All right, that's why. And so I'm just blocking in the water right now. Just block it in. Once again, layers and layers and layers of color, okay? And this is just the first layer, just blocking stuff in, more or less. As the water dries, all right, the little film of color will get on there, and you can layer that and layer that, all right? And that's basically all I'm doing. Hello, Miss Gilbert. Is your face still painted orange, Jessica Gilbert? Are you still wearing the pumpkin face, Jessica? When I first seen that, when I scrolled on Instagram, I thought you had a very bad makeup day. But you were making yourself up there for All Hallows Eve. At least that's what I'm going to believe. Once again, just blocking in the stuff. Okay, this is just the base color. That is all. Just blocking it in. And I'm using the same brush. I'll stop doing that in a second. I do have a bad habit of doing that. I'll paint everything with one brush. Okay. Did you wash it out? No. What's the fun in washing it out? You should have went to sleep with it so it stains the pillow. Give your parents something to talk about. Let's go to the left. Smooth that out a little bit. It doesn't matter if I go on top of the rocks. The rocks won't be blue. It's something like that right now. Okay. There you go. I don't have to really add too more to that. Not really, not now. Alrighty then. Let's paint a cliff here. Once again, we're just gonna flesh out the color. What brush would I want? I'll use I'll use this one. No, I'll use this one. I use a regular. This is a number 10. It is a bright brush. All right. Oh man, look at that tilt. You know why? Because my wire is not very long. I didn't know it tilted like that. Good grief, that was very uncomfortable looking. All right, let's see what I can do with this wire. This wire is going to provide a big problem. It's behind my back and not the chair there. All right, that should stop that. So forgive that. Sorry about that. I didn't know it pulled like that. All right, let's go back to our, now that I gave all of you guys agita, let's go into our blue. Let's go into our brown. And yes, I am going to mist. This one will be the darker one, so we'll mist this a little bit. Now, when I mist it, am I ruining the paint up top? Not necessarily. It's probably already dry. Okay, so no. Right here, we'll just kind of block that in. Nice dark color there. Block it in, block it in, block in the shape of the mountain there, just like that. And just block it in. Now, it gets a little heavy here, so no big thing. All up in here, just a little heavy in there. Okay. Here, not so much. We'll fade that because that's where the waterfall is going to be. The waterfall is almost going to be toward the side. Follow me? Of course you do. So I'll kind of strongly block all that in. When it gets here, we'll pass that point. We're going to kind of lightly mist that in there. You'll see some color, but not as strong. So we'll just kind of lightly play with that right in here. Very light. Just some light right in there. Pretty light. Okay. Just like that. Just kind of. So you get a little bit of shading there when the water mist goes in that that direction. All right. We can actually kind of raise that up a little bit there. Just like that. All right. Here can be pretty dark. It can even be kind of choppy like that. All right, because it's nothing with rocks gonna go over there. So that's okay. Just like that. And yes, I do have the paint pretty thin there. All right. Let's go back into our brown. Let's go back into our blue. Mix it up. We're gonna add a little touch of white to that, just to lighten that up a little bit. Okay. All right. This guy right here, right up in here, we'll lighten him up a little bit. Just like so. And then just kind of put him in there. I'll probably darken that a little bit more. It's good to see all of you here. If you are so inclined, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you're even more inclined, hit the thumbs down button. Then we'll blend that in, color it all in there. Yeah, I'll get it a tad darker, but not too much. This is just the base color anyway. Get some more brown. Pop the brown in there. A little bit of blue. All I'm doing is just touching the blue there. Okay. And a little touch of white. Okay. And pop that back in there. I'll be returning to this when I put the water in. I'll even put the water in a little differently. You'll see in a second. You will see. But yet I am putting this paint on rather thin to the canvas. Okay. And it will dry up and all that good stuff. So. Okay. Yeah, I'm living a dream. I'm living a dream. All right. Just wiping off the brush here. I have an industrial towel, you know, those blue towels that can use like more than once. I got one of those down there. Okie dokie. Let's play with some values here. I'm just messing around now with the corner of the rocks on this side, right in here. We get it a little darker there. Okay. Once again, I'm just playing with it. Let's get a little bit of red here. We get a little bit of red, a little bit of blue, which makes a nice maroon, right? Let's get a little more blue. See, it makes a nice maroon here. Nice deep color, but we're gonna put that brown in there, that umber. Okay, and depending on how much of whatever you got, it could turn black. Less red, more umber and blue, it will almost turn black. Okay, and we'll just kind of throw some darkness in there, just like that. Still putting it on fairly thin there. And we'll kind of darken him up a little bit there. But just like that. Okay. I'll wipe the paint off on my large beach towel, and we'll just kind of scumble blend all of that in there. Okay. Just like this. Almost like you're coloring with a crayon. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, because there'll be texture put on top of this. So I don't have to have it outrageously neat and detailed or whatever. All right. Okay, this is pretty much dry. We'll put some of that color in here, just like that. Just okay. All right. Okay, but that's what she's looking like so far. All right. Alrighty. Now, for those of you who might not understand, she does live in the UK. They're 5 hours ahead of us as of right now. So yeah, should be going on almost 6 o'clock over there, because it's just about 2 o'clock here. All right, let's play with this blocking the water. Okay. Now, the way I'm going to do the water will not be the way you would commonly think about doing the water. Okay. Don't worry about that. That's just the water running down. No big deal. Don't cry about that. Well, we'll here. We'll cover it up real fast there. All right. So you guys be all right. Still blocked in. Don't worry about it. Just kind of do whatever. Cover it in. Not the final color. Let me see something here. I don't know why it does that. Here. Okay. But down, that's the last one that spoke. Sometimes my screen times out. So, all right, let's block in the water. Let's get some blue. Actually, I'll use some of this color here. I dip my brush into some water. I get some of this, put it in here. And a little touch of red. We'll make the water kind of maroon for right now. Okay. We'll have it maroon a little bit on the blue side a little bit there. All right, and we're just blocking in the water where I want it to go. Okay, right here. All right, the water can't be higher than the rock, even the low rock here. It can't be higher than that. Okay. So we'll put it right here, right about in there, and we'll just kind of come down like that. Same thing with this fella. Now this fella here with the rock on the other side, we can cover this back up. We can add rocks and stuff to protrude there, okay? But the waterfall is pretty much going this way. A little heavier here on the side nearest this rock. A little lighter here. And have it go straight down, just like that. So, like I say, we're just blocking it in, having a little fun there. But the water will be pretty much right there. Okay, all right. Let's take a little bit of white into this little maroony color here, just like that. No water or anything added, just that color. We're gonna come here. And we'll do it nearest the rock here. We'll just kind of bring it down. I'll flip it around, and we'll get that little. See, as long as it's heavier up top, fine. A little mistier around in here, that's fine too. Misty there, a little stronger toward this rock right in here. A little stronger here. Okay, we'll just block some of that in, just block it in. Just like this, block it in, a little heavier here on this side. But just a little misty over here. Just like that, put a little mist in there, just like this. Okay, have it go straight down in there, all up in here. Okay, because there's gonna be all sorts of little happenings all in there anyway. And it's just me really blocking in the water. All right. 8 p.m. You know, where are you from, Aurora? Now, Jessica saying she is eating pizza and chips. Did she even concern herself into emailing me some? No. My stomach is grumbling and she's eating pizza and chips. The shame of it all. Once again, I'm just building. Okay. That's it. Just building. Sweden. All right. All right. You're not really too far from Hoswina, geographically speaking. Okie dokie. I think I'm going to now mess with the rocks themselves. Okay. I'm going to take a... I'll deal with the little guy. We'll take a palette knife that looks like this. All right. Okay, look down here in this convoluted mess we got going on here. We'll add a little white to the mess right in here. Just kind of mix it in there. I'll probably mix a little brown in this. All right. This is burnt umber. All right, you're gonna get a weird looking gray out of this, and it's got tints of purple or blue in it, and that's cool. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Many different ways to approach doing your mountain. I think I'll do it this way today. Once again, we got our root color going. We're gonna work on the far mountain here. I still think this is a little far away for you guys. Let's see what I can do without tearing up the camera. Let's see if I can bring you guys in a little bit more. Let's say maybe right around here. Let's adjust it. Adjust opposite way. Go the opposite way. Go upward. Come this way. It's got to come closer toward me. If I can get it to come closer toward me. There we go. Maybe that will show a little bit better for you guys. Move it this way. Tilt. Yeah, that should work. All right, as long as I don't elbow it, we should be okay. I'm using the webcam. This is why you don't see my face. I'm actually using the webcam as my main camera. Once again, this is why you don't see my face. We're gonna go from this edge here. And what we're gonna do is just, now what I'm gonna do is I'll cut here. You should be able to see this. I'm hoping. You see that texture there? There, yeah, you guys can see that. See that texture? All right, so we're gonna do a kind of a tap and pull. All right, very light. You're gonna tap and pull your texture like this. Just like that. Okay. I just hit my phone with the palette knife. That's not good. I'm sure I got some marks on it, but I'm not really concerned about that. It's all right. Okay. And as we do this, I'm gonna do it each in sections. Some will be a little tap there, just like that. Don't get rid of all your darks. Okay. So it gives you a different type of rocky. Oh, I know you heard me. I planned on it. Just like that. Come on down in here a little bit. Bring some in here. All right. But it gives you a different look to your rocks. And once again, no glycerin or anything added to this. And this is omnidirectional, so you can pretty much hold your palette knife any way you really want. Okay. It does require a bit of paint, I must admit. All right, just gonna go toward the other side here. We'll kind of get that framed here like this. Just like that. And kind of give them a little covering like that. I'll be needing a little more brown. I might as well get it and mix it now, because we're gonna be going through this. little more brown, a little touch of white. Right in here, just mix it up real good. But this takes plenty of paint anyway. Okay. Do a nice little tap, a little love tap there. And you'll see, once again, I'll show it to you if I don't knock the camera over. You get to see the texture there. See that texture? All right. All right. Yeah, the reason why you don't see my face and right up in here is because this camera apparently gives a better picture quality than my webcam. So I just, I'm gonna try it out. I do have my other camera. It's right behind me. When I do my recordings for my tutorials, I'll use the other camera. It won't be on. It's a tutorial, so put some here in the mist area. Okay, and we'll kind of tap some over here. All right. Now you can have whatever pattern you feel you want to have with this. Up to you. Okay. You can curve it any way you want. Kind of put this one here. I'll just have it run into the other one. Kind of jut out like there, and then the rest of them could come down like that. Now this is just your foundational rock pattern. We'll get to the highlights in a second. So you kind of base it on threes, okay? If you kind of get that lingo. We'll kind of pop that in there like that. Have some of those connect a little bit. I don't have to add as much to that water, where the spray is going. You add a few of them in there because the spray is not going to totally cover all of that. There we go, something like that. Kind of. All right, just like so. Okay. All right. Now, if you look up at the clouds, obviously you see where the light source is coming from. Okay. So this is where you can get to be a little cute. Add a little more white to it. Okay. The brighter the highlight, the less of it you need. Okay. So I'm just going to add a little white to the gray that we already established here. Okay. And we'll lightly tap and touch and tap. And once again, same way. Now we're only going to do one side. Okay, I'll start off here. And now that you already have texture here, all right, you can just lightly just glaze across it like that. And you can really pattern where you want your highlights to hit there. Nice like that. You can curve it around if you want like that. Okay. Get some more. Be very light with it. Right in here. Come on down like that. All right. Once you get accustomed to doing things like this, it's kind of you almost make a game out of it, really. Just like so. All right, we're gonna go to the other row. Hey, Paul, what's going on, bro? Do you got any chili beans left in all those peppers there, Paul? Now, as I'm doing this, if you notice, the highlight is actually on the back side of the rocks if you consider this the front. Because you gotta look where your clouds are. Okay, we'll pop one right here. Come in. Let's pop one right up in there. He's a bold rock right in there like that. Okay. Like this style of doing rock texture, it takes a little bit of paint. Once again, let's see if I can get the right light source here. If you guys can see it here. Oh, all of a sudden you guys can't see it too well. There it is. All right. See that texture down there? All right. That's what's on the bottom of the knife. And once again, I'm just going to the left side of the rock. And since you already have texture, there. That's all you need. Lightly glaze the rock a little bit. Let's have this one kind of meet like that. Then the rest of them can come down. It's like that. Put a couple of them down there. One up in there like that. I probably won't bother it any more than what you see right there. So we have our deep pits. Okay. Then you got the general shade of the rock. And then you got the highlights hitting it. All right. Okay. We're going to work on this guy. I need some more brown for sure. So let's get some more brown going here. Put a little bit of it right there. Alrighty, let us just debate on. Actually, before I do any of that, let's put this palette knife right here for 1 second. Let's do something with the water before I go any further. All right, let's get a little bit of white. We'll put the white in. We'll put it right here. It's all right. Slight touch of blue in there. Okay. I'm using up the side of the brush. Thin layer of paint. No glycerin or anything. It's just all paint. Side of the brush here. All right. And here's a little heavier. We're just going to come to the top. Kind of heavy off the top. All right. I guess I should do it this way. Yeah, I'll do it this way today. Now remember where your falls are, because they got to be lower than the rock there. So the falls are pretty much right there. Okay, and you just take it, give it a little press, like that. I got my brush, I turn it around, a little press, keep on going. All right, get some more. Very light, just get some more. Just like that. If it's heavier up here, it's fine. Let it be heavier in this direction, but you got mist and all that going here. Okay. I'm just getting some more dry brush, a little touch of white. A little corner of blue in there, mix it up. There we go. Flatten the edge a little. Okay. Very light. Press your brush against the top edge and just come on down. Come on down like that. You get it a little heavier in here. It gets a little thicker toward this side, a little bit there. It's a little firm color there, right there, just like that. And believe me, it might not appear like anything's coming off this brush, but it truly is. All right, that should be good enough. That should be good enough. Let's scumble in some little misty right in here. All up in here is a little misty. Okay, so we'll get this prepared a little bit. Just like that. All right. Let's get a small fan brush of some sort. I'll use this little wilty guy. This guy is probably used for watercolor. It's really soft. We'll use this fella. Okay. Let's go right into just white. Remember, there's no glycerin, no water, no nothing. Just paint and canvas right now. All right. So it's a different style of painting than what I usually do. This is more or less kind of traditional. Let's get some little high points. We'll pop the high points right in here. Just give it a little touch of something right there. A little touch right there. Come on down like that. Bring it in there like this. They're in rolls, all right? The water, when it's flowing like this, pop some in there like that. It gets a little stronger, all up in here. Okay. Right here, the traditional kind of, that's where the light's hitting, right up in here. Bring that down a little bit, just like that. And some of it comes downward, but keep the little trickles. And here's this very lightly for your mist and stuff, just like that. That mist is coming off into the falls there, into the little river down there, just like that. All right. Okay. Now, since it's daytime, it looks a little washed out on the. It does look a little washed out, and I don't think of anything I can do about that if I just probably shut off the upper light. But they're all got screens on. It's different when it's daytime than night. So that's why you see this is a little washed out. That's a little washed out. That's washed out. And I'm pretty sure it's not the light on the side here. Let me see. Yeah, you guys can still see if I shut the light off. You see a little bit of texture now. Okay, but now you see what's going on over here. All right, so we're still good. We're still A-okay. All right. Alrighty. So I guess I can keep that light off. You guys still see the color and still see the mess. All right. Let's get back into our texturing of these guys on the right hand side here. I'm going to get a little bit of brown. All right. A little touch of white. To be a different color for the rocks on that side. I try not to keep them the same color. Let's move this stuff because I'm on a paper plate here and it's kind of near the, put it more toward that way so I can just, it's easier for me to just reach it this way. I'll dip a little blue. I'll put a little blue in this. So I'm just scraping it up there, mixing it in there pretty good there. Like I say, this is just one way of doing rock texture. Okay. Why am I using a paper plate instead of my glass tray right below it? It's called laziness. A little more brown in that. I guess I want my rock color a little darker on this side. Now, because of the fold of paper, it's a paper plate, so you got that little lip, circular lip, and that's what's kind of hampering me a little, but that's okay. We'll work with it. Okay, once again, you got that funky texture. See, now you're able to see this a little bit better. Okay, and we're going to do our workaround with this. Now, I'm pretty much done with the water here, so what I'm going to do is now put little jets of rock right in front of that, like that. And we'll kind of put one right up in here too. See that? See how you can just add the rocks into the, that's all right, no problem. Hope everything turns out well with Mom. It is A-okay. I got no problem with that. Take care of parents. This will always be on the replay. Okay, so we got our little rock patterns going on there. Just like that, and we'll play around with a little bit of that up there. All right, and we'll start putting rock patterns in. Just like that. So this is the initial color of the rocks that are sticking out from the base. Okay. And we'll kind of get a long one. We'll just get a long one right in here like this. We'll make them a little different on this side. We went vertical on the other rocks. We went vertical up and down, so we'll just take this one and we'll just kind of go sideways with her. Okay, just like that. We'll kind of make some sideways rocks there. And the highlights will still remain, still be the whatever color I'm using, and adding white to it. All right, okay. We got them coming pretty far up there, like that. This type of painting does take a little bit of paint. And we'll pop one right up around here. And what I'm doing is tapping, okay, and just a slight tap and pull. All right, getting a little more of the brown, a little touch of white, and I'm gonna get some blue, mix that blue in there too. A little touch of blue in there. All right, and mix it. Get yourself a nice little pile. Up in there, just tap away. And you just continue on with the fun. There we go. Come up around this way. We get it, like I said, horizontal there. We got a little bit of paint on the other side. I just wipe it in there and then just kind of scrape it and just tap it in there. Just like that. Okay. Got a little bit there. Pretty much make a game out of this, really. Come up around in here a little bit. All right. All right, all right. We're gonna pop some right in here. Just like that. Come on down with it. And this is not the main highlight. The highlight will come a little bit later in a few seconds. We'll kind of get some up in here. See all that texture I'm making like that? I'll say that. Just like that. Okay. And now we will take some titanium white. At least that's what they call it on the bottle. I'm not impressed with it, but we're going to use it anyway. There. Brighten it right up there. This should more or less be bright enough. More or less. I'll brighten it up a little bit more. The lighter the highlight, the lighter the color, if you're using it for a highlight, the less of it you need. Okay. So there's already texture here. So basically I don't have to tap. All I got to do is lightly rub it across. You'll see in 1 second. Lightly, see that? Lightly, see that? There. You can curve it right in here. Be careful with that lip right here. Right in there. Come on. Get a little, there we go. Put it right up in there like that. Get a little bit more. And we'll kind of caress this one, come down like that. All up in the front, toward the front here. Just like that. I do have a live stream that's going to come later on this evening, my time. I'll be in the chat room. It will be if you looked at my community tab here on YouTube, you'll see it. I forgot what I named it. I did give it a peculiar name. I forgot what it's called, but it's there. White flower, red rim on the edges. Let's kind of give that one a little something there. He's a little more lit than the one on the other side because this is where the light source is coming from over here in this side, this direction. All I gotta do is look at where the cloud's there. All right. Pretty cool. Okay. Let's put that away. Let's get another flat brush. Let's mess with our water for a minute. Come down here to our blue. We'll put the blue right in with this brownish stuff. It's all right. It's quite okay. I'm dipping my brush into water, no glycerin, just water. Okay. And we'll mess with some of these. We're gonna come here and we're gonna actually need more blue. There. Now we'll start to add some joy to this water here. And we're gonna add shading, shadows and whatnot to the rocks. So we're just gonna kind of make this a little more solid. It will not stay blue. All right, we're just adding, or adding more base color to it. You don't necessarily have to fill it in. The water here is a little bit on the rough side, okay? So just keep that in mind. A little more blue, put it right in here. Like I say, no glycerin. I'll keep repeating it because there's people that come in and when people watch, I'll just remind them there's none of the, especially the ones that know my style of painting, there's no glycerin or anything in this at all. At all. All right, let's get a little bit of umber here, right into that blue, just like this. Get a little bit of water, just a tiny bit of water, and watch this here. Okay, right where the rocks are, we'll just kind of darken it a little bit. It'll probably be deeper than this. Matter of fact, it will be deeper than this. But right now, I'll just put it in there. For right now. All these pockets by the rocks here, it's going to be pretty dark. It's still got to show that there's still some, even in the rough water, there's still a little bit of shadow going on there with this guy. All right, a little bit of umber, a little bit of blue in that umber. We're going to get them a little darker. Especially back here. Back here can be fairly dark there. We'll keep playing with that. But all up in here, a little dark. And we're gonna go the opposite way in a little while. But I just want to establish some of that dark there. We'll put some of that dark right up in here in the middle. There's a reason why. Here's a reason why I'm gonna put some of that there. Okay. All right. I'm looking at it here. I'm gonna still go even darker than that. These need to be pretty dark. So let's go into our basic dark mix. These are what I use for it anyway. We're going the deep maroon here. Now that red is very strong. Any red is particularly powerful. The blue I have, the blue that I choose to use is not that strong. So I'd have to use more blue. All right, here we go. Now you'll see a difference now. I'll keep it pretty dark there, but all up in here, just like that, just kind of shade the rocks a little, just like this. Bring them out there. Just like that. I'm gonna do the same thing here, shade them. Now, no matter what curve the rock is, your water line is always gonna be kind of straight, all right? But this is basically what I'm kind of looking for, something a little dark. There'll be colors going over this, so it won't be red-ish. Okay. Right up in here will be some dark all up in here. All right. And we're gonna let that dry a little bit. Don't worry about it being kind of reddish. All right. We got something for that. So we'll let that tack up a wee bit. Let's work on these rocks. All right. Different way to do them today. Let's get some brown. Put it right into that blue that I used, that little maroon, okay? And we'll get a touch of red. Now we're gonna get some green. Now the green with that red is gonna just gray it out, okay? See, red and green are opposites. As you can see, it just grayed it red out, just dark brown, right? Add a bit of white that I don't have. So actually I'm kind of glad that I'm running out of this white, because it just gives me an excuse to go get the white that I really meant to get in the first place. All right, yeah, it's pretty depressing. It's damp, it's overcast, it's raining out. Perfect time as any to paint, right? A little touch of this white, and you see, we'll start to gray that out a little bit there. Okay, we're gonna get to our root color with this, with the rocks here. Right in here, just pop them right in there. Okay, and I'm just blocking in the rock color. It does not matter at this point for shadow or anything. I'm just blocking all of these in. All right, just like that, block it right in there. Yes, I go right over the tape. It's all right, act like it's not there. Let's get some more. We got a gigantic one right here. Let's wait for, let's do the ones down here. We'll do this one right here first. We'll do the ones down here. I want to add my mist in next after I block on this couple of these rocks here. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of umber. We're gonna darken that a little bit. We'll darken it in just a little bit. We're gonna do these rocks a little differently than I did the cliffs. So it doesn't matter if I got the rocks a different color. This is just a foundation color right now. Let's get a little water, a little touch of water. The paint that I use is thick acrylic, so I can add a little water. Like I said, this is more of a traditional type of painting, no glycerin, no fancy little tricks or anything like that, just a regular glycerin today. Alrighty. Get a little bit more water, put it in here. Get some brown, put it in there. Okay, yeah, a little corner of blue, pop some blue in there. Alrighty. All water and paint. I'm doing this on purpose. Well, before I head in that direction, let's get a small brush. We're gonna get some white, and a small bit of white. You're gonna wipe most of that white off. Okay. I'm wiping most of that white. It's in the bristles. Okay, and very light, very light, very light. That's too heavy. Wipe it off. There we go. And I don't like that. That's too brown, actually. So hold on one second. Pure white, pure white. Gotta find me a nice clear spot. There, put it right here. Okay. You take the side of the brush, side of the brush, side of the brush, and get that mist going in there. A lot of, there we go. I still got water on this brush. And that's all right. The paint on this side is dry anyway, so it's all right. And I'll take some white. I should do it this way. And just mist it right in there. I'm just using the side of the brush. Get that mist going here. Just like that. Don't rush it. You see the effect it's starting to have there. A little touch of white. Only a few hairs of white there. Kind of corner of the brush. Corner of the brush. Just like that. Put them right in there. So you get different little values and stuff. Yeah, you guys can see that, okay. Well, you guys can see that it's getting washed out. But it's happening, it's in there. Just like that, very soft. And you know, mist kind of goes upward and upward and upward. But as you can see, as I'm doing the mist here, you can still see the background of the rocks back there. Okay. That's kind of the main thing. Put some up here. Now, if you got to, say you put too much on there, all right, you just get a little bit of water, okay, and wipe some of that off, and you can go back into it, okay, thin it out, and you can continue with the half water, half paint, and make some nice transparent fog with that. So have no fear. Have no fear. A damp brush, okay, some white paint, mist it right up there. Then as it dries, you add some more pure white to it. It lays on top of what you previously done and just brightens it up there. All right, so have no fear. Get a little bit of water, take some of the water off my brush, a slight touch of white, very slight, and you can kind of see this. Just like that. When it dries, you still see some of that background, but it still gives that appearance of mist. Okay, you really have a lot of fun doing this. All right. Vary your hand pressure. Okay. But as you can see, you get all sorts of fun things going on there. All right. I can thin some of that out too. Just take some water and really scrub it there. Okay, just like so. Put it right in there. I'll take some pure white, the smallest amount, and you just tap some edges in there. Wipe it off real fast. You've got a short window to do this, and you just want to kind of put some pure white in there. Just like that. So it looks like some light's catching some of that mist. I'll slap a few in there like this. Just like that. See this? See what's happening? Okay. I'll do it over here. A little bit, just like this. All right, and then you just destroy the bottom edge there, or the edge to the left, edge to the right. Just like that. You don't have to add them all over the place. Just little bits here and there. Let's go on the other side, and we'll pop a few in there like this. See that? See that right there, and you just kind of get rid of that. Get rid of that back edge. All right, I'm gonna put one word up over right in here. Once again, just take a bit of white like that. Okay, wipe off my brush. You got a short window to do this, especially when you don't add glycerin or anything to it. It dries almost immediately, so you're just gonna scrumble away there, just like that. Make one side disappear. You really got strong mist where the physical water is actually hitting the bottom there, which is all around in here. So you just pop that in there like that. So you got a nice little pocket of mist in there, just like that. All right. Okay. Is anybody still there? No one's chatting. No one's talking here. All right. I go back to my paint here and get a little touch of water. There. Now we'll continue with the rocks. We got this big guy right here. Right in here. Make it a little craggy, make it really sharp. Oh, okay, hey, inspired, all right. Yeah, I was getting a little self-conscious. Nobody was saying anything. I'm like, oh man, did I lose everybody? Once again, I'm just blocking in. Okay. That's all I'm doing really, is just blocking all of this in. Water and paint, get some off kind of high on the furrow there, so I get rid of some of that. Okay, I think I pretty much got those in there. Let's take that same color. I should use a smaller brush for this, but I'm not, because once again, I'm lazy. And we'll just kind of shade in some of that bottom there. On the other side, it gets pretty darker by the water line there. Okay, just like that. Pop some in there like this. Okay, All right, let's get a little bit more brown and a little bit more blue. Brown and blue, brown and blue. Same color I use for these guys. All right, little brown, little blue, right here. See here? And we kind of, now just because it looks blue, it's all right. Remember, this stuff dries, and it's gonna dry and blend with the color down underneath this fella. Okay, so once again, let's get a little bit of water. Once again, worry not. Hashtag don't panic. Right up in here, we add some of that shadow right up in here. It is the back side of the rock, so you're not gonna see too much detailing there. And by the water line there, it gets a little dark there. I can probably get that a little stronger. Right up in here. And if it appears to be a little light or whatever, remember, let it dry. Once it dries flat, so it will appear darker anyway. Very simple color mix, a little brown, little blue, all depending on what percentage of brown and blue you're looking for. Okay, right in here. And plus the shadow helps overlap and outline the previous rock you've done. Okay. And that's basically what I'm doing there. This is the giant right here. It's the big fella right here on the edge. I can't do that. You get a big old fat copyright strike. All right, a little more brown, a little more this blue. This blue makes good cloud color. Mix with the brown, but not too much with the shadows. But we're gonna darken it in here. And basically all I'm doing is, there we go. I'm just shadowing, adding shadow just to the rocks here, basically. So even though they're rocks, see, I told you I was gonna come back and make this darker. By the water line, it's pretty dark there. All right, we're gonna work with smaller brushes. We're almost done with this. We're pretty close. Once again, I will be on at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I will be sitting in the chat room. And there. All right. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Bells. Bells Gin. Gin Bells. Belgian. All right. Let's see what else I got here. I want another small brush. I guess I'll use this little fella here. Another style of painting rocks here. So I'm gonna use this little teeny tiny. Looks like we were moved. Did I move you inadvertently? Maybe not. Okay. All right, this little fella. Let's put it right there. This little tiny guy right there. See, it is a natural hair brush. It's I don't know, what size is this thing? Man, this thing is tiny. Oh man, it's probably a 1/4 inch. Yeah, it's a size 2 flat. Little thing, little tiny fella. We're gonna get a little bit of titanium white right here in this brownie mix there that we already got. We just tint the white there. That's all I'm doing. Tint the white. Once again, now this don't hold as much paint anyway, but still. Okay, here we go. Let's start from up here. Now be mindful that the glow of the rocks is almost from the back here. And we're gonna scumble some of that love this way. So it's lit this way. Instead of being lit from the front, it's kind of lit from the other side there. Just like this. All right, you'll blend that in real quick. Pop it in there. Give them a nice little edge there. Basically just rub, blend it. The rocks are being highlighted actually from the rear. Okay, like so. Get a little bit more. Once again, they're highlighted differently today. They're highlighted from that side. And this fella right here, I got paint on the furrow, so I'll just take the paint off the furrow and push it around there like that. Boy, that rain is coming down. Thank goodness I really don't gotta go anywhere today. No problem, everybody's chowing down having lunch. That's all good. Usually when I'm on, now the rocks on this side are because of where the clouds are, they're actually being highlighted the right way. I'm usually eating when you guys are watching the video. You got a short window to blend all this, like how I'm doing. Nice strong edge there. Give it a little curve. Just like that. So the drier and the flatter you have your brush, and don't press like you're killing a fly or anything. All right. Put one right in here, just like that. Destroy the back edge. Keep the intensity in the front. Destroy the back edge. Just like so. Now, even though they're both rocks, okay, but you can look at the texture and you can just see the change. You can see that I'll put one right here like this, just like that, and then I'll just get rid of the back end there, fade it, just like that. We're gonna put one right here, strong one right there, pow, fade the rest of that out. And yes, I'm just using this acrylic paint, so I'll use my finger. No harm, no foul. It's all good in the hood. All right, right here we got a nice little glowy thing here. Come down, get it heavy here. Have it come down further, and you just kind of use your finger and kind of blend that out down there, back there. So I hope some of this is making a little sense to you. I hope I'm helping you out here. I'm adding just a little more white to the already light tan mix we got here. Okay. Some of you may wonder, how do I get it to look this way? How? It's just practice. Just keep doing it. It's just practice. That's basically it. Just keep practicing. Strong little cup here, blend the rest. If you notice, the way I be treating these brushes, I beat them down pretty good. But I have many of them, so, it's all right. It's all right. Okay. I guess I would be good lunch entertainment. And I am cognitive of the fact that, I'm probably pretty good to watch for a little while. And then you'll probably start droning off to sleep. So some people might leave and come back a little bit later, and that's all good. There's nothing wrong with that. A-okay. A-okay. I don't take it personally. All right. Now, remember I told you about this, that little maroonish stuff that's going on there? All right. Let's take the same 1/2" brush, dip it in water. We're gonna go into this same brown mixture, whatever. I'll probably get some of this too. And we're gonna tint all of that water. Where's my brown at? Need more water. There we go. Need more water and need more brown. So we're gonna tint that water. It still retains its blue, but we're gonna kind of get some of that out of there. And we're just gonna kind of brown that up a little bit. Just like that. Keep going with it there. Don't worry, it will still look somewhat bluish. It's just got that brown just to kill everything, knock it down a little bit. Get a little more water there. The reason why it's more like a glaze somewhat. It's just I'm using water and not medium. Okay. Just like that. When it dries, you'll still see some of that stuff underneath there. Okay. Alrighty then. Now, it's good to have a brush, like I'm using this one, the 1/2" brush here. This one is actually a floral brush that I know I shouldn't be using like this. I'm gonna tint it with just a little hair of blue. If you got a 1/2" with a very decent sharp edge, see that? That's a nice sharp edge. Look at that. Yeah, baby. All right, you got an edge like that. Then you're able to kind of get away with just a touch. Keep it level as you can. Just a touch. Go straight across. Straight across. Straight across. Stuff like that. Because you got some water going on here. You got some strong stuff happening. Straight across, water's level. Okay, let's take a fan brush for 1 second. I'm gonna get a nice small fan brush. Cause remember, there's some shadows there underneath that. I'm gonna try to get let's see if I got, I know I have it. I don't have to try. It's just finding it. It's a little tiny, there you are. It's a baby fan brush. Okay, little fella. We'll just use straight right. Let's see what it does with that. Only on no, I gotta water it down a little bit. There's no glycerin or anything on the board, so a little bit of water into the white, only the tip of the brush, very light touch. Okay, and we'll do one here. We'll come out flat, come this way, come out flat, go the other way, like that, and then you pop one in there like this, and you add little splashes in there, right on the bottom of it there, like that. Okay, we'll add another one right here, come down like that, add another one, big one, like that, and you kind of pop one in there like this. Add a little baby one right in here, have them come down there like that. So you got all sorts of little happenings there. We give it a little push of some turbulence in there, just like that. Kick up some stuff right up in there like this. Even here, kick it all up there like that. Let's take the corner of the brush. We'll kick up some wave action right up in here. like this, and you bring some of that over like that, boom, like that. And why not? Let's go here, and we'll just there, just like that. And we'll come here, we'll add one going the other way. We'll add maybe a little something coming there like this. Give it a little kick and here to add some spray and then okay. We're gonna let that dry a little bit because I'm gonna tint that a little bit blue, a little too bright. So we're gonna glaze a little bit of blue into that. But because it's pure paint, it's nothing, no water or anything. So we can glaze over that pretty easily. I'll just take a little bit of blue, okay, and we'll just kind of look at that. See that? It still retains some of that white, but we just tinting just a little tint here and there. We even tint some of this. Just have it come down a little bit, like that. Okay. And so I'm just grabbing. Now there's water on the brush, so don't have to worry about that. The stuff that's kicking up there, you don't have to really tint the splashes. But the little sprays or whatever right in here, little wave action, you can tint some of those. Just a little bit right up in here, you tint some of that. Okay. Alrighty. We're almost there. Just like those infomercials, but wait, there's more. We're gonna take some white, very light. I'll just rub it over here, very light, and we're gonna play with some direct highlights. Just some direct stuff here. Just here in the back here, just kind of fade it in there. Kind of outline the rocks a little bit. And you don't have to add them all over the place. Okay, right here, just basically outline them a little bit there. Right up in here. Oh, I like that. I don't have to do anything with that. Let's see, get a couple of them going this way. Just like that. Fade it out. Just where you would feel that the light would catch the most. Okay, so basically what I'm doing, I'll show you here. Think of it, if any of you seen the way I did bubbles or dewdrops. All right, so you kind of highlight it here, and then you basically just get rid of the bottom edge. You got a short window to do so, but get rid of the bottom edge there. Keep the top, get rid of the bottom edge. So I'll do it like that. And I just take my finger, I just kind of get rid of the bottom edge, wear it down there. Okay, so some of that sticks out a little more than others, like this. Get rid of the bottom edge, wear it out. So that I'm pressing pretty good. Okay, just like so, and then get rid of it. Get rid of that bottom edge. All right. No problem, Inspired. I'll be done, and the picture will probably be posted by the time you come back. But I do appreciate your time coming through and checking it out. I'm getting the script liner here. I'm going into my water, into this little bit of tinted white blue. I'll just use the tip of the brush. And we'll just do some quick little motion lines up around here, little thin things, wave it around a little bit. Okay, up around in here, just wave some, get some water motion going there. Not too much. Something like that. Let's go into our white, our direct, right into the white here. Throw a signature in here somewhere. I was gonna put a tree in here, but I decided against it. Don't need the tree. Just put the signature right here. I do appreciate you guys watching. Like I say, I will be on obviously a little bit later on this evening. flower painting. There we go. And as usual, let's make me or at least the palette disappear. Let's send that on its way. Let's see something. No, if I put it more this way, no, it doesn't look all right if I put it more that. No, I won't. It looks crazy. I'll just keep it right. And I'll just keep it right there. You guys should still be able to see it. Let's take the tape off. It's got that weird obscure angle thing going. All right. Let's peel the tape off. It may not be the eagle, but it's, you know, something a little different. No glycerin, no extender, no retarder, just water. Water and acrylic paint. Alright. I shall take a photo of it, put it on the on my Facebook page. Hey Marilyn. Okay. I appreciate you watching, sticking around. I do appreciate it. Okay, I think we're good here. I think we're all good. Ugh. Even better if I take that bothersome string off of there and get out. There. Well, guys, thank you very much. I do appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, Aurora. Appreciate it. Okay, if anybody is, I can add that. So if anybody's interested in this thing, all you gotta do really is text me, where is my script liner? I just found out something I can do real fast. This will look real cool. I'm always finding a little something. Watch this though. This is gonna be cool. Add a little bit of love right here. Just a little bit. Outline that a little, almost like a little silver lining. You pop some of that in there. Nice. You come underneath here and add a little something up in here like that. Yeehaw. Guide your eye a little bit. Maybe a little something right up in here. Nice. Just like that. I like it. I'm gonna get a faint little piece of line going here, a little bit of sunlight trying to peek through, trying to be cute. All up in there. So I'm back here, just like that. Look at that. All right. Little things like that, you just don't know. Make and break a painting, really. I like that. See, but nobody thought that those two round things would amount to anything. But hello, is it Senvo Land? How are you? What if the brand of my brown handle brush? I don't think you're mentioning this one. I don't know the brand. Brown handle. I'm trying to figure which one you might be talking about. And this is the only one I had since you've been here. So, but it's a script liner. And this little thin brush, it's a script liner brush. And I'll put it right against the white there. You see how thin it is. But that's what it is. It is a script liner. So I hope I answered that, because I don't know what other brush I had in my hand, because the rest of them are kind of they're colored here. The red one, I don't think you see me use this one. You know that's not brown. I believe it's the only one I really dealt with. I don't see anything else, because the rest of them, a couple of them are clear that I use. So I think you might be referring to the script liner. Okay. But all right, any other questions or inquiries for purchase or anything like that, either hit me on the comment section or on my Facebook Messenger. Okay, so thank you guys. I shall see you when I see you, and take care, be safe. See you hopefully later on this evening.